It's real easy for you to do that.
I'm glad. That makes me feel really good. Now I'm second guessing myself because I'm looking at CR3 monsters for an encounter, and
Look, as long as they don't have that luck and I don't have horrible luck, we should be fine.
they only
Every turn.
have one attack. What could go wrong?
Well, what
I
are
do not like the
they?
sound of what I came back into.
What are they? What's CR3?
There's a lot of things that are
Oh my
CR3.
gosh, are we doing some critical role? Freaking question mark on the map? CR3 or I-59 or something?
I'm not saying anything.
Is it in the monster manual?
Yes.
Is it an aberration?
No.
Is it humanoid?
No. I mean, I do have my own other thing here that is humanoid, but let's not fight that, okay?
Okay.
I mean, I'll try.
Yeah, we'll see.
Is, is it a monstrosity?
Actually, it is.
Is it a giant spider?
No.
Is it a blink spider?
No.
Is it a small spider?
No.
Is it a medium spider?
No.
Is it a gigantic spider?
No.
It's not a huge spider, is it?
Maybe.
Is it a spider at all?
Maybe.
Oh wow. I really didn't think
Oh,
that was gonna actually work out.
is it size medium?
Maybe. Okay. I see Desi is online, so that is a good sign.
A good sign.
Did you, Jacob? I remember you had some questions about the class last time, just from when you're everything good from reading the document, checking through it, and everything.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I have read.
Okay.
I am a okay.
Gotcha.
Is it hook horrors?
A, a what?
Hook horrors.
Oh, no, it's not. But those are fun.
Andrew frantically writing notes.
Oh,
Would
yeah,
hook
you're over there.
horrors fit where we are?
Where you are, no. Where you're going, maybe.
The map is almost moldy. Like it looks
Is
like
it the
a black
fade
hole.
spider?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. It could be. Do you want it to be?
I love
That's a
this
great
game of
question. Do you want it to be?
I remember I
not
ran a game once
not
and
particularly.
they made a friend with a space spider.
Hmm.
They basically had the ability to use blink at will.
That's cool. That
It,
sounds like how intrinsics work.
yeah.
This was a fun game of 20 questions.
The wizard.
I have to have something typed into my phone specifically, just because I don't want to have to deal with special characters on my laptop.
Fair.
Understandable.
But lore requires it. Lore
Lore.
requires it. Of course it does.
If there were a lore, it would be
Lore
lore, lore,
requires
lore,
accent
lore, lore.
marks.
Actually, no. No accent marks.
Then what's the special character?
One of them is Germanic, and one of them is IPA.
Okay.
What about ASCII?
I'm pretty sure they both exist in the ASCII format. I'm not super fluent in ASCII.
Is it just pronounced ASCII? I've always said ASCII.
Yeah,
It's probably
it's ASCII.
ASCII. Yeah, ASCII sounds like totally easier to say and better to do.
Mhm.
Uh,
I mean, it is an abbreviation, so.
mm,
Most abbreviations are easier. Most.
yep, yep. Twiter. Twitter? Tweeter. Tweester. Twooster. Oh,
Hello.
wow, Desi.
Hey there.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Good.
I'm pretty good.
Is everybody here that's gonna be here?
Yep. Star
Okay.
is going to be off for tonight. I do have Zace's character sheet if someone would like to run them for combat, should we encounter that. Um, Otherwise, I was planning on just kind of having them pilot along.
um, do you need
Why don't we
someone
just
to?
why don't we decide if the moment comes up?
Sounds like a plan.
That's true. I mean, we weren't in combat at the moment, so
Or are we? Roll for initiative.
That's a great point.
you are not the DM. You can't tell me what to do, Jacob. Sorry, I've been waiting to say that.
I can roll my own initiative for fun. I can have fun as a player, Desi. You can't tell me what to do.
He could pick a fight and say to roll initiative.
Yeah, Desi, roll initiative.
I'm so gonna beat you at this.
Contested
second.
skill checks.
Oh,
gotta
we're
open
actually
some
rolling.
things.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
I got a 9.
My
Okay,
dice
well,
got stuck in the tower.
2. I got 11.
View. Let's
Me,
see what
me and
I'm
Desi
gonna
got fighting.
That's a 14.
do. I got a 1.
Hey.
Hey.
That's
Big oof. My guy's proficient in initiative.
Okay.
Okay. So with that out of the way. Okay. So, as I usually like to try and start sessions, by turning it over with a "When last we left our heroes." If you would like to recap and recount what you remember, what you theorize.
There's a bar fight where the two biggest people were not involved in of the party.
And the 2 smallest people kicked ass until one of them fell to her death. Thanks, tall
I got
people.
stabbed.
I tried really hard. I took all of them but one. All of them but one down.
Mm-hmm.
I got my sword taken and am very pissed off about that once I realized.
I tried getting it back. I apologize.
Okay, so last week we were pulled underground by something. What's going on now?
Okay.
And now we're in a shadowy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all that happened like last time was the brawl and then the taken into a shadowy place by a figure who tried tossing a coin at me, which I avoided. And we have theories that the coin that Desi got for playing also is involved in that coin being tossed somehow, like their
Mm-hmm.
coins to the afterlife or something. That's a theory.
Okay.
A D&D theory. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, to fill in a little bit of the blank as when we left there, when they dragged Zagra's body, Subaki, and one of the fallen agents that had attacked you, and they did revive Zagra.
Whew.
Basically, right in the nick of time, but they did revive you. So you were at 1 hit point and
Yep.
Whoa.
conscious. Zace and Ketch kind of began tunneling in after, kind of right as the gateway was closing. So you are.
Attempting to drag the guy who stole your sword.
Mhm.
Attempted.
We are
I'm
going to curse
sorry.
revenge upon that man.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
You're fine.
I, I
I was
don't
talking
mean
about.
it to be this way, but it's kind of odd how in both of my campaigns, like session one, you've had your weapons taken from you, and I don't mean that to have to be like how it is.
You can borrow one of mine. Do you like Morning Stars?
Well, I don't know if we're together yet.
Yeah, he
I
dragged onto my foot.
I believe I'm being dragged down a hallway at the moment.
Um, well, with that being said, we shall open up in a small brick antechamber, circular room, uh, kind of messy stuff along the walls, large bookshelves. It's filled with all sorts of number of things. The occasional dusty journal, but seems to be more sensing and measurement apparatus. Um, and that is where it seems almost like the ceiling extends and kind of you deposit from it as the shadowy individual who is holding on to you. And while you don't actually see a form under it, it kind of feels like a skeletal hand just kind of gripping you that's cold. They had kind of deposited, and the three of you are being moved out of this antechamber and then over in towards. Sorry, my brain is there. There is a hallway that kind of connects to it, and they are bringing you towards it. There are three of them now, having met two of them here. One of them seems to be carrying a large triangular shaped axe, and you have the one who has the lantern that seemingly was flaring and such when Zagra was revived, as well as flickering when opening the gateway. So, yeah. And then there's another one that doesn't seem to have anything specifically that it's holding on to. But those three are going to begin kind of collecting the three bodies and be moving them down the hallway towards where you see there are large iron bars and cells, and two other individuals who are kind of huddled up close on the sides of their cells. All of them wounded in one way or another, but it seems like they've had a little bit more time to heal. But the individual with the lantern kind of gestures a almost spectral hand, or at least where you would expect a hand to be, right in front of where the bars are, and the doorway opens up, creaking slowly as though they're moving it telepathically. And they drag the three of you into one cell and close the door behind. And that's around when we're kind of seeing Ketch and Zace be emerging from the hole, like right as they're leaving down this hallway. And it's a smaller space, so it's right on their heels.
Oh, those. I'm gonna turn. Do you think we should follow them? I assume. I...
Uh,
Are you asking me what I should be doing?
Are you asking the person that isn't here?
yes.
Yeah.
I I think we kind of owe it to them. They seem. It seems like we're already over our heads in a bit, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a peek.
I follow in suit.
Okay. Zace kind of keeps step with you, not really wanting to take the lead per se, but putting up a front of bravery. Okay. From there, you kind of you're watching them now as they're getting thrown in, and you see these three figures, and they're not really paying attention to you.
So what are they currently doing? Like going down the hallway while dragging them?
You see the door kind of begin to close to the cell that the three were placed into, and they're seemingly finishing up, and one of them begins to sort of apparate into a wall.
Sorry.
And they throw down some sick music.
Give me a second.
One of them begins to apparate into a wall towards another chamber that's barred off. You kind of look over there, and it's sort of like an archway, but it's not quite. There is a large kind of arch-shaped device in the room with glyphs all over it, and as you kind of take a second to look around and begin to make sense of your surroundings, knowing that you are far from where you started and unfamiliar with your surroundings, is when they start to turn around and pay attention towards where you are. Still completely silent.
So they see us.
They do not have humanoid features. You can't tell if they see you or if they're looking past you. You're staring into it. It's kind of like the Ghost of Christmas Future.
I'm going to like sort of avoid like where they are, and like I'm going to move from like one side like of the center of the door to like the wall-ish and see if they either follow me or they just continue forward.
Just as far as sizing goes, the hallway is about 10 feet, and these are large creatures. So they're kind of taking up the whole walkway.
Gotcha. Is there any like thing on the roof or like on the top of the ceiling?
It is. It's kind of all stone all around. It's a stone brick kind of where everything's interlaced. There's small pieces where mud and dirt and grass kind of cracks through, as well as some roots, but there's not a whole lot. You do see them kind of occasionally like apparate through some physical element, so there is some level of incorporeality to them.
So I'm just going to sort of stay in the hallway and wait for a reaction. If none comes like within like a minute or so, I might change what I'm gonna do.
Okay. The one with the lantern is going to cast a spell. You see it flare as light kind of pulses in the lantern, and it seems like a fire burns brighter inside of there, and the red glass causes that light to refract outward and light up the chamber. And okay, um, how many hit points does Ketch have?
21.
21. Okay.
I'm scared. Um,
That sounds
I'm
like
scared
sleep.
because you didn't ask for an AC.
Okay.
I need armor, guys. Like, I don't have armor. I need armor.
This is that point where we need armor and stuff.
Aren't you a wizard? You
I am a
can't
wizard.
have armor.
Yeah, but I'm also a barbarian, so I'm proficient in armor. It's weird.
Yeah, you probably need armor.
Okay, Catch. You watch as this lantern kind of is approaching and the creature flares it, and you just kind of start to feel tired.
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
And until you kind of collapse to the ground, unconscious.
Okay. Okay.
And Zace immediately kind of bends down to try and kind of rustle and wake you up. But before they can kind of fully get down, the one that had emerged and kind of apparated into the wall to the other chamber appears behind them and begins gesturing and moving them more forcefully. Like they become more corporeal when they get closer and touch an individual and start bringing Zace towards one of the other cells, and another one kind of goes to drag you along with it, and they put the two of you in one of the cells. Zace does attempt to resist, and let's roll for it. Okay, strength check of 14 plus. Okay, that's quite good, 17. And it ends up Zace actually pulls away the first couple times, and then eventually the other one comes around and begins kind of forcefully moving them around. It's not pleasant, and you can tell Zace doesn't like this. But then all of you are locked up,
And
and they
he's
begin.
asleep.
Well, I'm saying this narratively, as I'm sure you guys can watch and see how this all
Okay.
is, and because you're not dead, you're just unconscious and weary, and Catch is asleep.
I'm a conscious. I was never unconscious.
Well, the other guy is unconscious. You have 4 hit points. Zagra has 1, and they have 0.
Yep.
That's 5 total among 3 characters.
I do have one spell slot left.
Okay.
That means I have
as
healing.
you were, Andrew.
Yeah.
And then as they do, they kind of turn back to the corner towards where the antechamber is that you arrived in, and they just kind of file out, and it grows dark. And it's silent.
Oh, violent night. That's all I got.
Okay. Catch event you do eventually come to in about an hour, unless Zace. Yeah, Zace would wake you up. They have an opportunity to once the Shade Reavers are gone.
Like, I have, like, a snot bubble that pops and, like, oh, what? Huh?
Catch, go ahead and roll me a stealth check just for the sake of it.
And okay. Probably. Well, I don't have armor on, so it's not too terribly bad, I guess.
And do you have your hood up?
That's a 9.
Okay.
Yes, I have my hood up.
Okay. You're all good. Just curious. Okay. So you are all conscious in 2 cells, basically. And let's see what the unconscious.
If this is also ever about my neck, I always have like the hood in such a way that like it covers the neck.
Gotcha.
Like on the character sheet or on the character icon and everything, like I have that big sort of scarfy looking deal.
Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
the hood. Yeah.
As this time is passing, the individual who is unconscious in Subaki and Zagra's cell, you see them eventually just stop moving.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
Oh.
go up to the bars and I'm just gonna be like, hmm. And I'm going to attempt to see if my I can brute strength them a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. You can make it athletics if you would like.
I'll do strength. It's fine. Oh wait, athletics. Sorry, I thought you said acrobatics. Yeah, sure. I'll do athletics. I got 21.
Okay, that is quite good.
I have +6 to athletics.
That is quite good. You can move them a little bit. But as you kind of do, you see that there are areas where the door is fastened securely with very thick pieces of metal, the different bars are welded together with different bits of rebar and cross beams, and how it's kind of buried into some of the dirt as though maybe like a stone shape or something has swallowed up the base part of it. So it's difficult to move.
So how big is this opening now?
Um,
This sort of.
it's about getting between two bars, maybe a little bit bigger, but it's still challenging.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can someone please go ahead and roll me 1d12?
Where is it? There it is.
For the record, you want to
That
roll low.
well, that is a 9.
That is the highest you could get and still get a short rest in this time.
Sweet. I was actually about to ask if I could take a
Woo!
quick short rest. During that short rest, that short
Oh.
rest,
Can
short
we
rest.
talk?
Yeah, oh, of course.
I'm spending the. Okay, I'll take it.
Are we short rest? You
Yep.
say?
Short rest. You can spend
Oh.
hit dice if you need.
I have not lost HP yet.
Oh, wait, I have 3 hit dice because
I'm good.
level
Third
3,
level.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let me
Get
fix
short
that.
level abilities back. Short rest abilities back.
I shall use my arcane recovery.
Yay! I'm up to 10 HP now. Yeah!
Heck yeah.
Also, Andrew,
Yes.
during this short rest, can I ritual cast Find Familiar?
Sure.
I shall do that.
In what form do you bring your familiar about in?
A crab, a tiny crab.
Tiny crab. Okay.
Yeah, it like this crab and my little mechanical crab are friends.
Find familiar is first level, right?
Yes.
Are you going to use a psionic orrery, or would you like to make a roll?
You know what? Oh yeah. Also, with arcane recovery, do I recover any of those?
You can recover the spell because I know you used a sleep last time in this one. You can
Yes.
arcane recovery at the end, and yeah.
Sweet. Okay. In
And
that
I mean,
case, yeah,
it's
I'll use
ritual anyway, so you're not burning a spell slot, but it's still a roll or
Yeah.
orrery.
I'll use it then. I'll use one.
Okay, gotcha. And those come back on a short rest, right?
Let me double check.
No. It's a long rest, I think.
I forget it, and I designed it, so that's on me.
Or
I might be wrong.
manifestation. I mean,
Psionic orrery manifestation. Lasts for 10 minutes. Ends
long
early
rest.
Long rest. Okay. So you have used 2 of them now, and I think that's all you get.
Cool.
Okay, so you have no psionic orreries left, but you don't have to make a roll.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Yes, you get your crab.
I am going to send the crab out and try mapping this place out of like where we are.
Okay. Does the crab have dark vision?
Let me see.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't know. Well, they live underwater sometimes, so
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like some crabs would, but I don't know if the familiar crab does. Um,
Uh, they have blind sight apparently.
that will
Oh,
help. That will help quite a
that's
bit.
really cool. You know what? I didn't know that before summoning this crab, but that's a really cool thing for this crab to have at this point.
So basically, you can see through the eyes of it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't his eyes have the same abilities that he has?
Yeah.
No, I like the eyes that I'm going through would be the crab's eyes. So
Mm.
I see as if I am through the crab.
Oh.
See
Yeah.
as if I am.
Yes.
So the crab cannot see, but it kind of as its legs kind of hit the ground, it almost echoes around, and it has a sense of the space in a 30-foot radius of it. That is awesome.
Nice. I'm going to take out some of my charcoal, and some of my paper and just like start like literally making a map of this out. Like my eyes closed looking through the crab. I'm just going to slowly etch like where this place is and what the layout looks like.
Okay. First thing
Take note of
first
any like enemies and stuff.
is I'm going to need you to make a navigation check.
Sure thing. What is a navigation check?
Wisdom.
No, gotcha. I am okay at that. Not, not the best, not the most terrible. I got an 8
8.
total.
Okay. And then a perception check.
Perception, through the crowd or through me?
Um, you would go through the crab.
Okay.
And then everyone else can make a perception if you would like as a part of this, but
There we go. Oh, cool. Me and the crab have basically the same. It's just -1. So, 11.
11. Okay.
I got an 8.
8. Zagra?
Ooh. Um, perception, you said?
Yes.
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's a completely alien environment. There are some sounds in here that you are not familiar to hearing, and you don't hear anything extremely unusual.
Can I just say, crab, underutilized familiar apparently because of blind sight. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Plus, with the stealth, that's great.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nice.
That's quite good. Your crab begins to kind of wandering around, and there are 4 cells total. One where you're in, as well as Zace, and then one where they're all, one where Subaki, Zagra, and the now corpse are in, as well as 2 more cells, each one holding 1 individual. It doesn't quite make out much about who or what they are because it's a crab and it can't speak.
I wave at the small crab as it moves by myself.
Okay. It's kind of hard to see it in the darkness, but I assume as it kind of moves in like a Roomba, it'll like bump into you at a point.
I lean against a wall.
I do have dark vision.
Weakly.
So
Oh, you have dark vision, so yes, you would absolutely see it then.
I do see this. I'm like, I do have dark vision, so I can see the crab.
Gnomes have dark vision?
Yeah.
Huh.
We live in forests and caves. We live in forests and caves, yes.
So, apart from these cells, is there anything else about the layout? Like, is there like any doors that the crab can go under?
There is a door. It's pretty close to the ground. The crab will probably well, here, let me get you the rest of it just before I go back to that door, but there is the antechamber where you first entered, which is circular in nature, large stone ground, and then there is another room off to the side there is a door, and it is open. It kind of leads down a crooked hallway, so it's kind of, you couldn't see into it, and it kind of looked closed almost. closed off or like inaccessible for the
Yeah,
most part. The crab goes down their way about 10 feet into a room that is open. And would you like it to go into that room or come back first?
Let's peer into the room and see what's in there, and then we'll decide.
Okay. Um,
There is no peering. You're a crab.
Well, I mean, blindside within 30 feet, tap by the side of the room, and then see what happens.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check for the crab.
Perception.
I love that the crab gets a roll. I love it.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
initiative for the crab.
Yeah, it's crab.
No.
Okay, so for perception, 10. For initiative,
No, I was joking on that one.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Crab perception at 10? Okay. There are 3 individuals in this room. Kind of a large shelving unit. It seems like maybe a bookcase, maybe a desk. It can't really make out what it is, but there are 2 large parts that are on the ground that one of the individuals is in front of. And then a couple others in the room. It's a 20 by 15, it seems, so it would all be within the crab's blind sight range. 2 of the individuals seem to be pacing around. One of them seems to be kind of sitting down, and another one seems to be sort of lying on maybe like a couch style or a futon.
Mhm.
From what you see, they're 3 humanoids, or from what it can pick up based on the general chittering that it can make, and understanding is that they are 3 humanoids. There is a lantern in this room that does shine as well, so it can see in this room area as well, so it doesn't have to go completely on blind sight. But yeah, that is the bare understanding of that room. And there is a door on the other side of it as well. So there's a small, like a
I'm
chamber
going to attempt to hug the wall and just go to the door without if possible, not being in view of the humanoids in this room.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check for the crab.
Heck yeah, stealth is actually pretty good for crab. +2.
Yeah.
Me and crab have same stealth. Is that sad that my stealth is on the same level as the crab, or that the crab is on the same level as me?
No, not
but
really.
There is both an impressiveness and a sadness to both of those statements. I'm not telling you which one's which.
You could be a cleric in plate mail.
Yeah. The crab got a 21 for stealth.
That is, yeah, you are able to find your way around the room pretty handily. As you're doing so, the kind of area that was sort of obscured to you when you were first peering around the corner and kind of getting your senses, it is in fact a desk, and there is a humanoid individual sitting at that and seemingly working on something. They're kind of drawing around and writing.
Can I tell what they're writing?
You're on the floor.
That's fair. I forget how blind sight works. I don't know if it goes through objects.
No.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more like Daredevil vision, and so you're getting some vibrations from all around, and it's hard to get specific strokes of a pencil or of a compass.
But if I concentrate really hard.
Okay, let's try that. Let's see what you can do.
Really? Okay.
Catch. Since you are controlling this crab, you burned an aura to do so. Go ahead and roll me your choice of animal handling or concordance.
I'll do animal handling, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're both the same anyway. So.
Okay.
Whoa, 18.
Okay.
Dang.
Okay, yeah. You kind of focus in, and it almost you feel the spot at the back of your neck getting warm for a second, and it almost feels like There's a small bluish flash around the crab, and you get a very clear image of the rest of the chamber from all around. Of course, this isn't actually visible and pulsing, it just feels like it is. Um, what were originally just small dots and pinpricks almost onto the map, or it's a map. That immediately starts coming up to your mind as different areas of it start to kind of tune and turn, and swashes and slash marks that get drawn
On a
around.
separate piece of paper, I'm going to attempt to recreate that map just to be safe.
Okay. I'll have a check for that in a second.
Okay.
But there are lines, there's dashes, there's circles, there's mapping being done. It's intricate, it's detailed. Go ahead and roll me a performance check as you try to recreate it.
Okay.
Performance or sleight of hand?
I don't know which one of those are better. I suppose I'll do sleight of hand.
Okay.
Whoa, 18.
Okay. I'll explain to you what that map is when you get back, because you're still in the eyes of the crab.
Yes.
Okay. That's quite handy, actually. Okay.
Also, what is I forget their character's name.
Zace?
Ace?
Zace. Yeah, what is Zace's reaction to this? I basically sit down, go catatonic, and start just drawing maps.
They are curious and watching over your shoulder, eagerly, seeing all the things that you're putting together, and it's sort of like that one Spider-Man meme where you have Peter B. Parker and Zace. It's just kind of like Miles, like looking right, excitedly learning and seeing how it is. If you know what I mean.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
I was curious.
that's sort of how I'm imagining it. And so as your crab kind of scuttles around the room, you hear the figure at the desk mention to the other ones, it's gonna be time soon for the gate to open. Go fetch Belial. And you see the individual who is laying down stand up at attention, and the other individual wander out of the chamber with them, going farther down the hallway on the opposite side of the room that you were making your way towards. They seem to be, from your impressive pulse of concordance and your psionic abilities, tracing from your crab to render the consciousness of this room in your mind. They are armed. They have long weapons on them, maybe long swords. You're not 100% sure. They are well armored. But the individual at the desk is wearing none of those things. They're kind of in standard garb and clothing wear, and it's drapery almost. It's
Okay.
ornate, but not. It's much more of a mage's wear, though mages are incredibly rare. Someone who is trying to understand and divine maybe a meaning from stars, astronomy, the movement of the earth. Someone who is trying to understand the nature of reality as it is.
Okay.
What does your crab do now?
Normally I would like to study this, like what this wizard's doing. I mean, he must know like a bunch of wizard stuff that I don't know, and I want to learn that, but it's not the time for it, so I'm going to go into the next room and continue mapping out where we are.
And continue following the individuals who left and were sent to collect someone or something, or
Yes.
head back. Okay.
Like, continue.
Okay. Because yeah, there is still that one door that we noted before you headed out of the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. You follow down, and the corridor goes another 20 or so feet until it ends into another chamber, where they're pulling an individual There are torch sconces along the walls, and so it's very drab and bare. But you see an individual humanoid, male, dark features. They're chained to a wall. Um, they seem to kind of be resting and kind of hanging forward. And the two guards go into that room and grab a set of manacles. They wake the individual up, bind their hands behind their back, and then attach a long pole with a collar on it around their neck and begin kind of parading the individual out of the chamber.
Can I get a note of what the character's features are?
Features in what let me just go ahead and put an image in the chat.
Awesome.
Because they are, on one hand, rather mundane, with
Okay.
one exception. It seems all across their body is marks like jagged lightning that pulse with a dark blue and indigo glows. So let me go ahead and throw their token in the chat because I am really proud of it.
Okay, okay.
Ooh.
This reminds me of one of my first Fable characters I made.
Let me see if any of them notice the crab. That's 2 17s and a natural 1
Okay, heck yeah. Go Krabby.
for their perception. Go ahead and roll me stealth for the crab.
Oh, roll stealth again? Oh no.
No.
Well,
I thought we
you
were-
spoke too soon.
I did in fact do that. Okay. Gonna need a high roll, high roll, high roll. Come on, show me the money. Well, it's not the best roll, not the worst.
Okay.
13.
13. One of them,
no.
the individual who is being kind of brought out, they seem kind of in a daze and they are not paying attention. But another one of the guards who is parading them in is not used to seeing crustaceans on their floor. And so they're going to attempt to stomp on you.
Okay. I am going to let them stomp on me, and as soon as they do, dispel but what's a good name? Um Aristotle. The crab's name is Aristotle.
Okay, nice.
Um I am going to let them stomp and then let them like feel Aristotle just a little bit beneath their feet and then dispel as soon as like hits the ground.
Gotcha. So there's like a small crunch and then it just poofs.
Yes.
And then they just, their foot hits the ground. Like there's a small, like a centimeter or two of just dead air that their foot just immediately falls on and it's slightly awkward.
Yes.
Okay. And as you kind of pull yourself back into your own mind, do you have dark vision?
I do in fact have dark vision.
Okay, then you can see what you have drawn.
Heck yeah.
On one hand, on one of the pieces of paper, you have a pretty decent map and layout of the place. You feel very confident about the one intermediary room that you attempted to view all through. And as far as the other piece of paper, go ahead and roll me your choice of nature, history, or lore.
Is lore a thing in 5th edition?
It is in my thing. It's a Cronin's
Oh.
check.
Oh, Cronin. Okay, sorry. Because lore was a thing in 4th edition, right? Or 3.5e?
Maybe 3, but it's not. It wasn't 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
I'll
have
do
my own
history.
skills now.
Awesome. I did not know about the lore one. I'll go history.
Okay.
Looking back, thinking about all oldie tales. I got a 9.
9. Okay. It is a map of the sky. You see that there are bodies on it, but not humanoid. They're more celestial, but some of them seem to almost have human-like attributes, kind of marked next to them. Um,
Are these
waning,
the
waxing.
stats we're supposed to be having in our thing?
Yeah, those are the skills.
Okay. Yeah, I
Uh,
gotta redo a few of these.
it's okay. I swapped out a couple of them for a couple others, and everything is there technically. Um, and there are notations all across this thing about personalities, characteristics of celestial bodies. It's a map of stars with different symbols that go across it, and you don't really know what any of them mean. I mean, you can read what's written in common, but it's not the clearest to you.
Noted. I will put that in the pack for now for later, and continue looking at the map I've made of where we are.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. You start to hear individuals coming down the hallway, and
I can hear them.
they are bringing this individual, and you hear the metal clanging a little bit as, and you see one of the individuals at the back of there kind of wave their hand a little bit and torch sconces that you might not have even noticed were there when you first came around or were just paying attention to the bodies that were being thrown in to the
I'm going
cells and
to
ignite.
quickly put the map I was making into one of my pockets.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll me sleight of hand.
Sure thing. I'm going to roll a physical die this time.
Okay.
Let's see what that does. Ooh, that's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to do so in such a way that they are not the wiser of your interference
Okay.
or your understanding of maybe having seen something that you weren't supposed to.
Nice.
Um, and they bring this individual who is kind of chained up and bound completely to the area where there was the door you didn't go through. You couldn't go through because it was too tight. They
Yeah.
open the door and lead the individual in. You hear the crunching of sand beneath their feet, and the flickers of torchlight light up through a small window space into that room that you had that you had looked through previously. I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. Um,
All good.
and there is that large archway kind of thing where it is stone kind of building up almost like a pentagon or an omega sign. And along it there are different slabs of rock that each have different symbols carved into it that none of you are familiar with.
Are they arcane in nature? Like, I
They
might not be familiar with them, but
they are arcane in nature.
okay.
Um, and you see as the Shade Reavers approach your cells and open the doors.
I stand up, like without saying anything, just look at them.
And
I'll also stand.
there is, once again, no words said, but a compulsion within you. A compulsion to walk, to approach the gate.
I'm going to outwardly say, "Hello, is there something I can do for you?"
They do not respond. They are. You can almost feel it like staring into you, but it doesn't respond. It's not.
Very well. And I'm going to just walk out the cell.
Okay.
How many of them are there again?
Three. Three Reavers.
Okay.
One guard. Sorry, no, two guards holding this individual in front of this pentagon style portal, it seems. You see the sigils on it flare a little bit with a bit of a bluish glow. And it almost feels like the ground is vibrating slightly, and you see the sands on the ground bouncing, almost like on a speaker.
Can I interpret that this could be something akin to like magical transportation based
Yes,
on? Okay.
yes. And you all still feel in the back of your minds that compulsion to approach, to continue moving forward
Okay.
towards it.
I'll slowly head to the gate.
Okay.
We will follow behind. I'm not gonna like lead the way
Yeah.
or anything, but I'll like be behind Zegra.
Okay.
I just feel lost.
She's still a little unsteady.
You see, kind of into the ground, this like spider-like network of cracking, almost like lightning being broken out from around the gateway into the ground and almost opening up into pockets of blue light and energy. And
Okay.
you see this same thing happening to the chained individual that they have in front of it. And you see their form begin to almost flicker as part of them peels away into an almost sandy replica of themselves that gets immediately pulled right towards the gateway and begins to the sand just spirals out, unable to maintain a form.
Ketch is not showing it, or attempting to not show it, but Ketch is taking frantic notes of what this looks like.
Okay.
Just inward
Um,
notes, like you can tell like just the inner just workings, like writing down the symbol, committing it to memory, like the effects of what it's doing.
and this individual, you can see them kind of hunch over, but they're held tightly by the guards. Um, the sigillic markings that they have all across them, the lightning like burns that kind of arc their way through and across their body, are flaring in a rhythmic pattern identical to that of the gate.
I'm going to talk to the figure and say, what brings you here?
Um, they kind of look towards you, and it's a look of pain. But as they look towards you, it almost seems like part of their visage flashes to the left a little bit, and it's a little bit more red shifted, and another one breaks off to the other way to the right, and it's blue. And it seems like they're existing at a point where they can't quite experience reality the way you are.
Okay.
Um,
Then
and you
I'm
feel
going
the
to like
compulsion
just
again from the Reavers.
I'm going to pose a question that like kind of is directed toward this figure, but is just going to be sort of outward to everyone. Do you think you can fight back?
Uh, I definitely can. A little bit.
You start to feel the sands that line the floor be rising up and be even more energized as they start biting around into a whirlwind in the chamber. Um, it starts hitting you guys in the face and across the arms, and it's stinging, burning.
But if you have a better solution to our problem, then I'm all ears.
Can I tell who's channeling this spell, or if someone is channeling it?
Um, Go ahead and roll me just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Heck yeah. That is a 21.
There isn't anyone channeling this spell, but you can see that the individual that they have manacled is the focus of it.
Okay. So they're the
And As you're kind of taking this all in, you once again feel compelled to move forward towards the gate. This one's stronger. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Um,
Prawn suit. Oh wait, saving throw. There we go.
I got a 14.
Okay.
13?
10.
I think I saved.
Ketch is the only one who failed.
Oh.
Oh. Can I like make my way closer to like walking forward
Wait.
towards this character?
Oh, too bad I didn't play Bardic Inspiration for you.
It's okay. You can kind of make your way there, but you feel like yourself is being like you are being pulled into a gravitational well of this gateway.
Yes.
And you see them for a split second, and they're just kind of staring, tired. They're not blinking, just kind of collapsed in on themselves.
I'm going to put. Do I want to do this? Yes. I'm going to put my hand on their shoulder, or attempt to, and cast message.
Okay.
And what I am going to do, as I sort of shift myself, sort of cracking my neck, and as I do, a jolt of just invisible energy goes towards this person, towards their neck, and asks, "Do you think you can fight back if we give you an opportunity?"
It's interesting. You feel this tether go out and reach to them, but it's also connecting to all the sands around you. It's almost like your mind is being broadcast to every particulate that is in here, as though it's all a part of him.
Okay, good
And
to know.
there isn't so much of a response as one of remorse, regret. Like, they don't want this to happen, but they're not in any position where they can do anything to fight it. Go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw, Catch.
Saving throw. That is a 21. I'm
Okay.
just rolling 21s today. Dang.
Dang, that is quite good. You feel
Keep
yourself being
doing
pushed
it.
back and pulled into the gateway. And you do manage to keep yourself steadfast. You have
And are
one more
the
round.
Okay, are the figures still holding this guy down? Or holding
Yes.
this guy in manacles?
Yep.
I'm going to. Oh, first off, I feel like I've been doing a lot. Does anyone want to do anything before?
No, no, you're good.
I
I'm
don't know
I'm
what to
still
do.
wounded. I'm wounded. I have one spell left. I could punch something. That's about it.
Okay. I'm going to look at this person, look at all the people sort of in this room right now. How many characters are there again?
Let's see. There is Zagra. There is
Or I meant
Subaki.
like NPCs,
Oh,
sorry.
NPCs. Um, the three Reavers are kind of back towards the door. Um, there is the knight, the two knights that are right behind this focus, this individual, the one with the lightning scars. And then there are two others who are conscious, and they've kind of been walking towards the gateway up next to you, towards like if you don't do something, they're going to either go through the gateway or they're going to push you through the gateway.
Okay.
All of the above, or all of the above.
I am going to turn to the people that are behind this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go look at everyone, go, and I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Um, as soon as I rage, I am going to like grab my Morning Star and just try bashing the one of the guards behind this guy across the face.
Okay. What's your reach?
My reach is it's large because I count as huge, right? So it's like 10 or something.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure how that's if that's exactly it, but for the sake
I
of
mean, I
thematics,
can I can walk.
I'm willing to allow it.
Okay, sorry.
Oh no,
It might
it's
be 5.
for the sake of the cinematics and the theatrics and the drama. I'll allow it. Go ahead and make an
Okay.
attack roll.
That is ooh, natty 20, baby.
Nice.
Okay. Wow. You immediately take a swipe at them and it does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Double damage, baby. Hey, and I got
What's
nines
rage
both
damage?
times.
Uh,
Hold on. Hold on. I have a special thing when I crit, don't I?
Yeah.
For what is it? What is it?
Yeah. Brutal critical, I think. Well, no, that's the barbarian thing that you get later. I think you might have forceful critical or something from being an orc.
Oh, savage attacks. That's
So,
it.
yeah.
When you score a critical hit, roll one of the weapon's dice one more time and add it to the extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9, 9, and then I just roll another d8. 6.
Dang. You see that this individual's face does kind of cave in a bit, and there is broken bones. They hold in. They loose part of their grip. They kind of fall forward a little bit, and you can see that they're desperately holding themselves away from the gateway so they don't get pulled in as well. And this one is starting to fall as well. I need you to go ahead and roll me just straight 1d20.
Straight
You
1d20.
know, go ahead and make it a strength check since you are raging and so that you would
Oh,
be able to fight this more.
okay. The die keeps rolling off the table. Sorry.
That's okay.
There we go. That is another nat 20, baby.
mhm.
Okay.
I love this die. I love this die. It is my favorite die. It is now
Thanks.
my pet die for now and forever.
That is amazing.
Pet.
Ah. Okay. Yeah,
This
no,
is
you
this is
are
actually my dark die as well. This is the one I always use for like dangerous encounters with players whenever I'm a DM. It's great.
you are able to continue fighting the gateway. You are not pulled into it.
I'm just like my veins bulging, and just sort of eyes like flaring up, just and I look at everyone else like, let's do this.
Zagra and Subaki, I need you both to make strength saving throws. As
Holy
this is
cow.
continually amplifying and becoming a point of almost like an event horizon.
I got a 9.
Oh, that's not good. 9. Also 9.
Okay. You both are being dragged forward by the winds in the chamber. You're not in the gateway yet, but you are
Oof.
basically right next to Ketch. The two individuals who were brought in from the other cells, they both move into the gateway, and you see them kind of evaporate into sands.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Seems. Yeah.
And what about
And
Zace?
they just continually. Oh yeah, Zace. Ooh, that's not good. That's a 3.
Ooh, I'm sorry I
Goodbye,
asked.
Zace.
They. Hang on, I still haven't added in their strength.
I know.
So that's much better. It turns it into a 9. They will kind of join hands with Ketch and kind of keep holding it so that you guys can stay away from the gate, but they are still drawn closer to it, and you're all trying to fight it, and you're giving it a much more of a shot than it seems the wardens are used to. That's for sure.
Mm-mm.
But you all have another round
Wardens?
of combat beforehand, and
Crap.
if you want to try something.
Um.
What's the opposite of a dice jail?
I don't know. Maybe like a special like pillow or something that it sits on, like a throne, or don't know.
Yeah, I need to
Well,
get like a pillow for this.
Kind of like what the ring bearer would use at a wedding.
Yeah.
huh.
I could try throwing a dart at one of these guys.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
That's a 1.
No, you throw the dart and it just immediately gets sucked up into the winds and flies somewhere in the room that is definitely not hitting a mark.
All right.
It somehow hits the people who've teleported away. Just turns into sand.
Can I try vicious mockery on it?
You can try.
All
On who?
right.
On who specifically?
One of the wraiths or whatever.
Okay, one of the shade reavers is what I've
Yeah,
called them.
Reaver. That's what I meant.
Okay.
All right. So it's unleash a string of insults on one of your targets. Successful on a wisdom saving throw, or takes 1 4D physical damage or psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack rolls before the end of its turn.
Okay.
All right. So do I roll for that? Or...
It's a saving throw, and they did fail.
Yay! So how much damage does it take?
1d4 psychic.
Okay. And then, let's see. Got a 3.
Okay. 3 points of psychic damage.
And it has disadvantage on the next rolls.
Okay, that might be important. Catch.
Okay, I'm still like in a blind rage. So the guy behind the people who are still holding this guy are still like firm grasp, right?
Yep.
I am going to attempt to one-handed grab this guy, and with the other hand still holding the Morning Star, just freaking bat the other one who I didn't hit before, like pulling him towards me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you are kind of grappling
Yes,
and trying to climb over everybody and
completely understand. That is an okay and a okay. So it's 12.
that does not hit.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Zace is also going to make an attack with their glaive. They rolled a 17 to hit. The same guard that you had attacked first, and they do kind of slash into them, and it digs deep a bit. But now I need everyone to make another strength saving throw, this time at disadvantage.
Okay. Am I holding
Okay.
on to him, or did my attack roll was low enough that it just didn't? I can't hold on to it.
You are not holding on to him. You're kind of you're attempting to grapple around, and you can kind of grab parts, but it's more your hand is more spread out than it is clutching something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a 9.
That's a 17.
17. Okay. 9.
You said strength check or saving throw?
Saving throw. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Dang it. The first one was a nat 20.
Ooh.
Second one's a 19.
That's still really good.
I'm a very strong boy.
Wow, and Zace also, like,
strong.
technically speaking, Zagra would have failed, but the group total is so much that, like, you're able to kind of keep holding and pulling each other together and
Form a chain. Form a chain.
form a chain. You are holding yourselves there, and like Zagra, you might be kind of towards the middle and like feeling yourself slip backwards even more since you're even closer to the event horizon. but just being around them and they're pulling everyone back together and trying to fight as much as possible, and it's holding. You're holding.
Can I give
Hey.
bardic inspiration to Jacob's character?
Um, what does it say about bardic inspiration?
As a bonus action, a character other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear you gains the inspirational die of 1d6 for 10 minutes. The creature can add that to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay. Are there limitations on like if they are able to hear you or see you
As
or?
long as they can hear me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a performance check.
I'm good at that. I got a 22.
Yeah. You're able to call into the swirling winds, and your voice might otherwise have been lost, but it does land on
I'm a
receptive
loud
ears.
individual.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so inspired. Oh.
That's in case you need it.
Well, is it a D6 right now or is it a D8?
It's a d6.
Okay. Sweet sauce. Whose turn is it?
Um, one of the guards is going to go, and they are going to the one that you attacked, Ketch. Kind of reaches off to their side of the belt. For the sake of it, everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Let's see. You know what? That tracks. 7.
6.
Uh,
Get an 8.
9.
Good.
Catch
That
did
works.
not. Sorry, Zace rolled a 2. So for the sake of dramatic
crap.
effect, you hear them say, "Enough of this nonsense." Well, you don't hear them, but that's what they say.
Uh-huh.
And they pull a small dagger out of their back and they throw it into the back of this individual who is focusing this transportation, and you see it almost them almost begin to kind of ripple with power.
Is that immediate? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're doing on their turn.
Okay.
And I need to roll a chance for detonation. That's a natural 2.
Chance for detonation? That's not
Animation.
great. Wait, we want lower, you said. So, I mean...
You wanted lower on the random encounter check.
Oh.
Oh no.
You
Are
see...
we all gonna die this round?
Maybe.
Good campaign. That was great, guys.
Yeah, good game, good game. So what's the next one gonna be about? Is it
Jacob,
gonna
you're
be,
back to DMing.
I'm doing 2 already. Don't give me 3.
You watch as the individual, like where the knife kind of sits between their shoulders, more sands just begin to kind of wreath off of their body as lightning sparks arc into the air and begin to kind of echo around, and it becomes an orb that just pulses out from around them, and you are all forced through the wormhole, or forced through the gateway, as you cannot maintain your ground as you are thrown back into the chamber and kind of start
Question.
swirling around with the winds into it. And yes, question.
Is this immediate or can I get like 1 turn?
Everyone can take a reaction.
Just a reaction, so I can't like cast anything.
Go ahead and try. I want to see if you can try.
I'm
I'm willing to be flexible. I want to see what can happen.
I want to sort of in the rage, just like with my veins like bulging everything, just put my hood up and slowly calm down and just all of a sudden a blue flash of energy emanating throughout my arm just behind us as I cast Tinsar's floating disc. Um, and say, "Everyone, get on!" But on the side, hopefully,
Mhm.
on the side.
Well, I mean, Tensor's floating disc is only horizontal.
Yes.
Yeah, you've tried
So,
this
oh, it
before.
doesn't have any depth.
Yeah, it's like holding a sheet of paper in the air, and it just
Ooh, never
holds
mind. I
a lot
I
of weight.
thought it had depth. My bad. Okay. Well, frick.
It's a 3 foot circle of like it's not thick. It's well, it is. It has a thickness, but like it's not forceful.
It's 1 inch thick.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
a
not
lot of
a
thick.
wall.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of thick, guys.
That's a little bit thick, you know. It's a
But
little.
as you do this, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yep. Um, that's a nat one.
Okay. That's oh
I'm
boy.
essentially not trying to land on the disc. I kind of want people to just like use it as a foothold to like sort of have something, you know.
As you do this, you feel energy radiating forth from you as well that begins to kind of meld with the lightning in the air. It's weird. And you see the individual who has the knife in their back who's focusing and kind of being the channel for this. They look up at you, and there's almost a curiosity in them now, like almost a kinship. And you see areas on the gateway begin to start flaring and exploding as the different runes and sigils shatter as you all, well, unless there's anyone else has a reaction to do as you all tumble into the gate.
Yeah, I'm tapped.
Nope.
I'm not close enough.
I only have cantraps and one first level spell left, so I have nothing.
Well, you destroyed the gate as you fell through it.
Well, that's cool.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6, everybody.
1d6. I'm gonna use purple.
D6.
I got a 3.
Someone rolling precise.
Sure.
6.
That's a 2.
I got a 5.
Okay. For what it's worth, these rolls are a roll for minutes. Um, as you kind of start to find yourself in it's all shadow. The air around you is kind of a heavy fog. It's blue. Like light around you is just blue. It's all shaded dark blues and indigos. There's sand all around you, and as you kind of come to after the number of minutes that you rolled on the d6, um, it's almost like you're buried in sand, like if you had a sibling on the beach and they just covered you up, and you have to kind of pull yourself out of the ground. But it's very fine, so it doesn't, and it isn't packed or anything. So it's waking up in a new day almost. You see above you there are sorts of clouds over a vast starry sky. There is almost like a large sun-like thing, but it's completely black. You only see the kind of edges of a corona that's just kind of waving out like it's mid-eclipse, but it's always the eclipse. It's just always dark here.
Frick, Andrew. I know what you described. Frick. I think I know what you described at least.
I feel very lost.
As you kind of dig past the sands, it's a mess of stones, just deep and black, and it's empty. It's cold. You feel alone, but you're all conscious. Eventually, you all kind of come to and pull each other out of the ground, and the two others who had kind of gone through the gateway first You see them kind of down the hill a little bit. There's a slight incline, but it's almost it almost feels broken. It feels like if you lean forward, you're still standing straight up. Gravity is a little odd.
Uh,
And they
okay.
kind of they see you and they kind of wave a little confusingly. But if there's something you would like to do as you're kind of pulling yourself together, the
Up.
world is yours.
I I
That's a.
pull out my violin and I start to saw a soft melody to portray the lost and utter baffledness of my state of being at this moment.
I am
I
taking out sheets of paper.
do
As
not
you pull
know.
out your violin, looking to comfort you, you immediately see the remnants of your previous fight and the large crack that runs along its chassis. You can play, but it's pitched down, it's off key, it almost makes the environment a little bit more eerie. But it's giving it is a sound. It's the only sound that you hear.
Good thing I can play in the dark.
Yep. But and for the record, like you don't have to have dark vision to see. It's there is light, but it's not a lot. It's just
Look
dim.
around a bit more,
Okay.
see if I notice anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me perception.
I re-roll that. He got stuck in the tower.
It's all good.
Um, that is a 7, so no.
Okay. Kind of a cold wind brushes past you.
I like to look in the direction of the wind.
Sure. It
Nothing.
just seems to kind of go on forever. Endless sands and dunes and rolling hills under a vast starry sky and a black sun. A dead world.
Can I compare this to the map I drew previously from the wizard's table?
You can try. Go ahead and roll me. Well, go. You can go ahead and pull it out and.
Yeah, I just want to see if like this is the place that he was like drawing. Wish you could say.
Go ahead and roll me just a straight intelligence check.
I'm good at those. I got a 21 again. I rolled a 17 plus. I keep getting 21s.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You can tell for sure that this is not a map of this place.
Okay.
It's more a map of stars and different celestial bodies that are maybe up above you, but they don't seem to match. It's not one to one. It's as you look closer, they're reversed, like you're looking in a mirror.
I'm gonna flip the paper over
Okay.
to like match up now, like from the outlines of the paper.
It does occasionally. There are a couple that are slightly off, but it's not horribly. Like you know where it
Oh,
is, but it's a little off.
can okay. I don't know because I think Jacob the real life person. Hello, that's me. I feel like Jacob might know what just happened, but I don't know if Ketch would.
What does
Just based
Jacob
on
think happened?
I think we basically hopped worlds, and we're in a completely different part of space.
Um, that's a reasonable theory that Ketch might have based on his generally limited understanding of teleportation magics, because teleportation is notoriously difficult to do in this world.
Mhm.
Like,
Like Catch, like as soon as the whole situation over, Catch like looks around, like make sure is everything safe,
Do
and just starts
I know?
drawing the teleportation circle.
Do
um,
do
Do
I
I
know
know?
anything?
about
I
teleportation magics.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. I got an 18.
Okay. You would know for sure, actually, from different practices and such, that general teleportation, outside of a couple ancestry based things where it's a minor folding of space within line of sight, is fundamentally impossible.
Hmm. This is intriguing.
So, like, spells like, for the record, like, spells like Dimension Door, Teleport, Teleportation Circle, you can
I
work
tr-
with them and try and invent them, but it's not, you can't just take it. It's not common knowledge.
I've traveled to lots of places, and I don't think I've ever been to one quite like this. And I do not like the lack of an audience. It makes my song sound so much more pathetic. Hmm.
I think that's the violin.
Yeah, I know. It usually sounds better than this. Well, with that role, is there anything I can perceive about the situation that actually happened? Like, do I actually understand what happened, or
Um, you can piece together that you know for a fact that you were one place and you are not there anymore. Like, there is no building, there is no laboratory. You are just in the middle of a desert.
all right, all right.
Like,
Well,
something definitely happened to you, and you're not sure if you were a test, if this was intentional or what.
all right. Well, if we're in the middle of a desert, why don't we just start walking in a direction and see where it takes us?
We could join those other two.
They're kind of still looking around and gathering senses and understanding as like the rest of you. It's complicated. They're still taking it all in because they're having similar reactions and realizations.
Also, a question: did Tinthar's floating disc follow through the portal, or is it like still there?
It
Like,
disapparated.
okay, cool.
Good, I'm walking over to them.
Okay.
Yup, I'm going with you.
I'll
Uh,
follow.
okay. They uh, see that you're doing so, and they eventually start moving towards you to meet in the middle. What? Do you know what this place is?
Nope, we're just in the middle of nowhere and we don't know how we got here or any other thing like that.
My running theory is some sort of advanced magic circle that might have transported us to a distant world that is unlike our own.
Oh.
Second theory is that maybe it is some type of uh different plane of existence that runs parallel to our own, and I like start taking out different notes and just start writing, just mumbling to myself.
Basically, we were teleported here. Don't know how it's possible, but we were.
Yeah. We. Uh, and you
So,
see that they're still wounded and
so
injured, and it's
basically, our options are to stay here and be baffled, or to pick a direction and walk in it and see where it takes us.
okay. Well, I feel like safety in numbers is definitely a.
Yep, feeling the same way. Is
Agreed.
that all right with everybody else?
Uh, thumbs up.
Agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the first leg of this journey, I would like someone to roll me a d6.
I will do that.
Okay. All right, I take it you're heading up and leading the party.
I feel like it is necessary. I got a 6.
6.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, is this a lower better thing again?
Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't be. I'm like, oh crap, he made me roll a d6. You never know if high numbers are good or not.
I mix them up usually a little bit, but okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All of us, or
Perception.
You all can, but Subaki has advantage as you're leading the party in a direction of your choice.
So I have advantage, you say?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So 16.
16.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I also got an 8.
Okay.
Hey, 8 pals.
Zace got a natural 1. They got a 6, and the other one got a 17. So they okay.
Between the 5 of us, 6 of us.
5. Yeah. Yeah. There's 4 of you and 2 of them, 6 of you.
Yeah.
Math. That's how it works.
I know, right?
Okay. As you're kind of cresting up one of the dunes and making your way, you kind of feel sand kind of shifting beneath your feet and just kind of tumbling down, reforming the land around you. And you see far off what looks like another humanoid figure on another dune, maybe a mile away, but large kind of valley in between, and it seems like they're just wandering and kind of floating around, kind of cresting around and moving. It's kind of hard to see any distinct anything, but they're just wandering and existing in this area, just trudging around.
Hey!
Mm. I wouldn't make waves. I'd rather us approach them and instead of them, knowing we're coming.
And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him.
Yeah.
Do you call out to it?
I just did.
Okay, you did? Okay.
All right.
You hear your voice kind of echo on the air, and you almost hear the reverberation just passing around, and it seems echoey here in this entire environment. Go ahead and roll me perception.
Anybody or
Just Sarah.
okay.
6.
6.
That's it. You're going in dice roll.
You don't see a reaction out of this individual. They just kind of seem to be making their own and kind of still existing. Though maybe it just slightly they're starting to kind of creep a little closer. But they're not responding. What do the rest of you do?
I guess we'll just walk over there and see what's up with them.
I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
don't like that.
Zace got a natural 20.
Oh,
I got a 15.
I got a 6.
That is 1 second. That's a 21.
Okay, wow.
Almost everybody made it.
What was yours, Catch?
Oh, 15.
15?
I think.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me double check. Where's my history? Where's my roll history? Yeah, 15.
Subaki, as you're wandering and making your way and leading the party, your foot kind of catches in the sand and you fall forward a little bit.
Ugh. That was dumb of me.
You look back and it seems like there's a hand sticking out of the dust.
Oh, crap. Crap. I don't like hands sticking out of sand.
I offer my own hand.
I stand.
Back
It seems to be made of stone.
Oh.
gonna start digging.
I was about to say, I'm gonna uncover this thing.
Do I have a shovel? No, but I'll just use my hand.
Okay.
Oh, also, do you have any weapons on you right now?
No.
Would you like a quarterstaff?
Quarterstaff would be great, actually.
I will give you my quarterstaff. Oh wait, I have two quarterstaffs, so this is perfect. I give you one of my quarterstaffs. I just sort of silently just look at you, just hand you the quarterstaff, continue digging with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It takes maybe about 5 minutes or so, but as you do, it's humanoid. A complete humanoid statue made of stone that's kind of cracked along the different edges. There are small like pock marks where small bits of erosion and sand have kind of coursed through and broken parts of the face. But it's younger, maybe 15 to 16-year-old humanoid female, kind of reaching out to trying to touch something and maybe got knocked over and its
Oh,
hand is stuck
guys.
out.
Oh, guys, I think that guy over on that hill is the statue just like this guy.
But that thing's moving.
Was he? Because I think he's just standing still. Can we perceive this?
Go ahead and
Hello?
roll me a perception check.
Alright.
Everyone or just Subaki?
Anyone who is intending to try and
I
see what
got a
this individual is.
3.
Okay.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Sure, I'll try. I got a 10.
They seem still now. But Zagra, you would notice that they seem to be in a slightly different position than they were last time, but you're not 100% sure because you didn't clock them up exactly when they were first kind of on the horizon, but something in your mind says that there is movement, but you're not certain. But it seems different. It feels different. Something isn't sitting right with you.
Something's off about that.
As you kind of finish pulling this statue out of the ground, you can see right at around the ankles, it's snapped off.
Oh, shit. Guys,
I'm
I have
just
this
going.
sense that there's something out here turning things into stone.
Can I bring it back out Aristotle and with blind sight see if it can sense anything under the sand?
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Will do. That is a 17.
The spell fails.
Oh my goodness. Interesting.
Did you have your bardic inspiration?
Well, I have to do it before I know if the spell fails or not.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
you can try, but
Okay, I'll roll the d6. So 17 changes into 22. I rolled a 5.
okay. That does help.
Okay.
The spell still fails,
Okay.
Well,
but you
That
still,
does help. But you failed.
But you feel
I'm
like
like-
your magic is suppressed. Like something is willing you not to cast a spell.
Ah.
Like there is a dampening effect. Like your magic could work here. It should work here. But it's not what it was. And that
Well,
difference scares you a little bit.
I'm just gonna clutch my morning star and be like, I do not have a good. I do not have a
Okay,
good feeling about this.
I want to leave. I don't care about the guy on that hill. I'm leaving.
I think that would be best.
Subaki, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All right. I got 9.
9. Okay. As you look over towards the figure, they're once again still, but part of them almost looks a little bit familiar. You see the one
Wait a minute.
like from far away, but parts of their expression look like the looks like the woman in the tavern who dropped the coin in your case that you had clocked, the gold.
Huh. Okay. I decided to be bolder than I was before. Hey, you! What the heck did you do to us? Where did you take us? This is your fault. I know it's your fault.
There is no need to go to such extremes, Subaki.
I do too, because everybody who had a coin on their possession, and believe me, I was watching this person. I watched them profusely hand them out.
Catch, go
I
ahead and
did
roll me a
not-
perception check.
Okay. That is a 6.
You look over towards the figure and you don't see the resemblance. But they're far away. It's not
This does not
100%.
look like the person at the bar that you are recalling.
Oh, they do to me.
Most troubling.
You start to kind of feel a small rumble beneath your feet as like the sands shift around a little bit.
All of us?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm moving. Moving off it.
Can I? I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cast 10 stars floating disc,
Okay.
and I'm just going to hop on it and gesture for everyone else to hop on it.
I climb onto, what's your character's name, Jacob?
Catch.
Catch. I'm gonna climb onto his shoulders.
Okay.
Just, you know.
I'll step up on the disc, sure.
Okay. Zace the Goliath Barbarian. Well, for the sake of it, I did roll an athletics check to try and get onto it, and they did get a natural 20.
Nice.
But this is a 3-foot diameter disc. It is,
yes, it's basically good to stand on, not sit on.
yeah, like you're pulling some insane human Jenga kind of things,
Yeah.
trying to get everyone onto here, but you're
Everyone
standing
who's
on it.
big carries someone who is small. It might be a little bit more space conserving.
And
I'm good.
there is a weight limit for Tensor's floating disc, right?
Yes, I believe
It's
it
like-
is 500.
I was about to say, I do not weigh that much.
That is
Are
true.
we gonna exceed the weight limit?
I'm like-
500 pounds.
How much do I weigh?
How much do you? How much does everyone weigh? Let's do a quick math.
I think it's like 90 pounds.
Okay. I think I am. Oh, here I am. I weigh 106.
You're tall, but mostly
Oh wait,
bone.
sorry. No. That's not counting stuff I'm also carrying.
Oh,
Catch is
Oh,
a
no.
dense boy.
Yes, I am very dense.
And same with Zace.
I'm gonna say I'm enough.
I am roughly almost 200, not quite.
Yeah, Catch and Zace would not be able to be on it simultaneously.
Okay.
Goodbye, Zace.
No,
I mean-
I'm going to step off of it strictly because I'm going to step off of it onto the sand and then tell everyone, okay, I have an idea. Everyone, hold on.
Wait, give me a second. Spells.
As your
I ain't
foot
got
kind of
shit.
hits the
I ain't got
sand,
shit.
you hear a small crunch beneath it.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of. And I'm going to push the disc away.
Okay.
Roughly, how far can this go again?
30 feet from you.
30 feet away? Okay, I'm just gonna do max 30 feet away. And I'm gonna say, okay, everyone get prepared. I feel like something is going to be under the sand and might attack. Uh,
I am
I
staying exactly where I am.
good, good. I don't know if it can sense where I walk, so
That's where I am.
Could
uh,
I, like, try to spear his quarterstaff into the ground?
Sure. As you do, the sands stop moving.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I go still.
Oh god, is this like a Tremors moment?
I'm going to move the disc away from where
I
the
think it's a
staff got
Tremors
stabbed.
moment.
You wait,
Oh god, is this
Con-
another worm?
continually expecting
Oh
something
god,
to
it's
come and
another
happen,
sandworm!
and nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to throw how many javelins do I have? Just for scientific theory, I'm going to throw two of my javelins on the opposite side, like as far as I can, so roughly um like 100 feet away. And I'm gonna throw them like close to each other enough so it like maybe looks like someone's like stepping on sand.
Gotcha. Okay, you do so, and it kind of hits, and the javelin kind of falls down, and the ground is steady. Catch, go ahead and
Oh,
look around. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Thank you.
I just noticed something about myself.
6.
Hmm.
Not great.
Hmm?
I have gnomish cunning. I get advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Just noticed this. Oh man, this would have been so helpful earlier.
That's really good. Um, as you're looking around, Catch, you see the javelin kind of hit, and you see the sand shift a little bit, but
Isn't
just kind
gnome
of knocking
cunning?
sand around. And
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, never mind.
if there
Um,
was something under you, it's gone, supposedly.
Okay. How
um,
about we just get moving?
yeah, I'm just gonna let everyone still float on the disc about 30 feet behind me as I like walk along like wherever people are directing.
And the
Just
other two
keeping.
people who you had kind of met up with and were traveling with, they're walking alongside you because they cannot fit on the disc. And they would
Gotcha.
also exceed the weight limit.
I am now riding your shoulders.
I
Uh,
suppose I'm on the disc.
okay. I mean, there's enough room for some people to be on the
Yeah.
disc.
I'm good.
Zace and Zagra, definitely.
I
Subaki, are you
also
saying you're on Ketch's shoulders, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I would prefer that I did not have you on my shoulders. I apologize. It is just kind of uncomfortable for me.
Oh.
We have just met.
Eh. I don't mind
How do you...
your uncomfortableness.
Well, I do, so please do not stand on my shoulders.
Uh, party
Very obliged and thank you.
Which direction
like
are you guys heading?
north. I don't know what north is, but north is what I'm pointing at.
North by northeast.
That works.
I don't know.
Okay.
I pick a direction and I start running.
Whatever direction we think is north.
Okay. You look toward where the figure is, or was, because they are no more. They're gone.
Good.
They disappeared into the sands, or maybe a part of it, or as you were kind of discussing and looking around nervously at the shifting and rippling of the ground beneath you, it's not there anymore. I need someone to roll me a d6, please.
We'll do it this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I got middle of the road, 3.
3. Okay.
No matter what side we're going for, it kind of works.
As you're making your way around, the sands begin to kind of shift and give way to more polished black stones that kind of line the area and ground. And
Solid ground.
Yep. And seeing from it, you see large jutting crystals that kind of grow up around, and they're glowing a little bit, but you see areas where they're broken and fragments are kind of laying all around the ground. faint blue glow with kind of a deep blue on the inside that just kind of grows into a shadow almost, that kind of flickers and flits about on the inside of the stone.
Can I start picking up crystals that are on the ground?
Sure.
I start picking up crystals that are on the ground.
Go ahead and roll me a d12.
There it is. I got a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and mark that you have.
My bad.
Ooh, interesting.
Sorry.
Huh. Go ahead and mark that you have 10 of what are known as echo shards in your inventory.
Okay.
Wait.
But as you're kind of wandering around, once again, the area is.
Can I also pick up a few of those?
Absolutely.
Do,
How
do
many?
these look familiar?
Specifically, no.
Okay.
Generally, yes.
I want to pick up like as many as I can. Like maybe I'll stop around like 20.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. You have a larger carrying capacity.
Yeah.
Go with 3.
3? Okay. Yeah, you're able to pick up a bunch of crystal shards from all around, and I'll say that Zace picks up a couple as well, just because, yeah, he will. So that way you all have some, if need be.
Can I examine one of the shards? See if
Sure.
it has any properties or anything like that.
Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me. What would this be? This is a lot of things. Go ahead and roll me your choice of nature, religion, lore, or sanity.
Gotcha. Sad face. I was really hoping investigation would be on the list because I kind of
Sure.
accidentally jumped the gun like, oh, it's gonna be investigation. Then
No,
rolled it.
that one also makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I rolled a 23.
Good.
But I
Nice.
can re-roll if you want me to.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
The stone itself is hard glass. Like, it is incredibly dense. It is solid. You see the different facets are kind of areas where it maybe had rubbed up against something or had charred, like hit on an edge and broken off cleanly. Maybe
there
some
any
of the
like?
fine particulates around are pieces of the broken crystal.
Yes, I was going to ask about the fine particulates. Can I just pick one of them up?
Yeah, they're smaller, like maybe like marble sized.
And are they sharp?
Some of them are.
I'm going to attempt to just prick one into my finger.
You can draw blood.
And I'm just going to keep it there while it's... Is it doing anything?
Nope.
Okay, interesting. I take it out.
Okay.
Just press on the wound and just lick it away.
Yeah, it's like broken glass, but
Okay.
glowy.
Yeah. Maybe
Nice.
make a cool church window out of this someday.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, once again, as you're kind of looking around and you see all sorts of cool stuff, but there are no other people. And you eventually kind of bring yourself to look into the crystal, and you see a reflection of yourself. It's slightly distorted by the warping. It's slightly similar, slightly different. It's not perfect, but
Who's that man in the mirror?
it's recognizable.
It's a good song.
Anything else you would like to do in this area?
Just catch your I just keep walking on.
Okay.
Yep. Just
Sweet.
keep walking.
I mean, if anyone wants, I think there's enough room since Subaki climbed off. I think there's enough room on the disc for someone else.
Well, it's solid ground now, so
That's fair. I mean,
you
that's
could
fair.
probably
I'll
put the
dispel.
disc
I'll
away.
dispel the disc. I'll dispel it.
Okay. The disc is dispelled.
And then a worm comes out.
Yeah, really.
Terrible.
This is the Dune part.
Yeah.
No.
It's weird. You don't expect the worm in the solid ground, the sand. It's just a disguise.
Right, right. Okay, as you kind of continue making your way around, I need someone else to roll me a d6.
My turn.
Time to
That's a 2.
Ooh, okay.
Is that a good ooh or a bad ooh?
It's an interesting ooh. As you're making your way through this field, you see what almost looks like trees on the horizon. Almost a pool, like a small oasis, built out of this same black stone that dots and lines everywhere around you.
Water? Food, possibly? Shelter? Should we come here and spend the night?
Seems wise.
Okay. As you kind of make your way towards there are 5 trees, each one kind of cresting around this area, and small pond in the center, small bits of foliage all around.
Is the water safe?
It looks clear, but you still at a little bit of a distance. But yeah, it looks clear. It looks clean.
Keep going.
Okay. You keep walking forward and forward. Do you start to walk into the water?
No.
No.
Can I throw one of the echo shards into it?
Sure.
I'll do that.
It kind of splashes and ripples, and you see it go down to a sandy bottom where there's a small poof of sand and dirt and dust and sediment as it kind of lodges itself in the dust.
That's one. Oh man, I just realized I forgot my javelin. Dang it.
Oops.
It's kind of hard to see as the sand kind of had maybe rippled and covered over parts of it. And
Yeah.
this is a land of lost and forgotten things.
Makes me wish I had some time and a really good wind spell.
Yeah.
Can I also just really quick attempt to I like might feel that there's some semblance of a way to reuse that teleportation circle. Like as far as like the design of it, in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Like on free time, whenever we like take a stop to rest, just for like a brief 5 minutes or so, I want to attempt to redraw that into the ground.
Okay. As you're kind of getting to the to the what looks like oasis, Subaki, go ahead and roll me an insight check or a sanity check, your choice.
Sanity.
Insanity, more like insanity. Insanity.
I'll go
right?
inside.
Okay.
I got a 4.
4. Okay.
Oh wait, I got it. I think it's a wisdom
It
saving
is.
throw.
It's a check, skill check.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As you're kind of making your way in and around here, you brush up against where some ferns would be, and it kind of just grazes and passes through your leg.
I get advantage on this.
Oh, go ahead and roll with advantage.
That's why I was going. That's why I was saying. I'm like, gotta make sure.
Is that for skill checks and saving throws, or just saving throws?
Oh, it's saving throws.
Saving throws against magic, I believe.
Yeah. Never mind.
And like
It's
as
still a
you
4.
as you kind of look down to where you had kind of brushed up where the fern is, and it kind of feels like a cold breeze runs over the side of your leg, and maybe almost like the land kind of glitched around you.
Mm.
And you look back towards where the oasis is, and it's just looking like a large hand coming out of the desert, out of the ground. The water kind of ripples away into imagery, into just hallucination, into your imagination. The branches and trees kind of cave down and crumple into fingers. And then eventually that too just disappears as the hallucinatory terrain spell is dispelled.
Oh,
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh shit.
if someone that needs a person to cast,
Or an animal.
there have to be people around here.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
Mm.
Perception.
Zace just rolled a natural 20.
I got an
Yeah,
I
8.
rolled a 5.
Okay.
Um,
Zace is the one who then points it out to you. There is a figure walking around, this time closer to where you are. Maybe 200 feet away. They're moving. Have large cloaks around them, and you can see that there's kind of obscured by almost a small, like very faint cloud of dust. Small whips of tendrils of sand and earth. Or,
they heading our way or
yes.
Um,
hold my ground?
Okay.
Brace yourselves, guys. We may have trouble.
Okay. Holding just javelin and morning star in hand.
At the ready.
Okay. The figure keeps kind of wandering towards you, and you hear the winds begin to pick up. And it seems like they're completely obscured now by this cloud of dust and grime and land around them. Go ahead and roll me Zagra. Go ahead and roll me a sanity check.
Sanity. Okay. That is a 12.
It's a Gith. No disguise, anything. It's just kind of coming towards you, and you see in its hand it almost has 2 silver balls and a sword strapped to its back.
Approach.
They don't respond. It seems to be kind of staring through you.
I slow down.
Catch, go ahead and roll me a sanity check.
Okay. That's straight up D20. Okay. That's a nat 1.
Okay.
That's a nat 1. You know, I had it coming. It's fine.
This individual seems almost larger than life. Orcish. Can't make out any features.
Makes you
Subaki, go ahead and roll me a sanity check.
Yep, I'm doing that. 12. Not bad.
Subaki, they appear like you'd seen before. Like the woman who dropped the coin in your case. But slightly exaggerated features.
Hmm.
Zachary, go ahead and roll me perception.
Um, that's a 16.
16. As you're approaching and getting closer, you start to see kind of into the visage a bit more. you know Gith often have arcane items and such that allow them to change their shape, but it's not that you're peering into an image that is surrounding a Gith. You're peering into a Gith image. This is a mask that something is holding up, and it is. You feel a chill down your spine as it's drawing you closer to it, and you hear a whisper, "Hey, get down, get down, get down! Come here, come here, over, over, behind you, to your left."
Look behind me and to my left.
You don't see anybody.
I look
But
back.
the figure is getting closer to you.
I'm gonna test this bugger.
Okay.
I would like to switch my ring of disguise to the index finger position of distress.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't react. But it continues wandering closer to you.
I'm backing away towards my companion.
As you start backing away, it's maybe 100 feet. It almost seemed to have moved slowly and swiftly and faster, but the perception and the parallax didn't line up perfectly. Like you were entranced in as it was moving and just coming closer to you, and you didn't even notice it had gotten so close.
But still only 100 feet away.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You
I'll
almost
be
see
back.
it flicker as it almost breaks apart a little bit. Almost like a second face pops out of it for a second. Like right around where the head is, it flickers back and forth, echoing one way to the other. Like a slight resonance or a reverberation. But then it just solidifies, and the sands around it swirling and spinning. And you're not sure if it's really there. It almost feels like it's playing with you. Like a predator toying with its prey. Subaki and Ketch, please roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Roger Dodger. I rolled a 15.
19.
You hear voices from behind you. Get down! Hide! Quick! Quick!
I'm going to do that. I'll get down and hide. Like I'll crouch down, like just looking around.
I use the cantrip minor illusion to make myself look like the sand.
Okay.
Are those the two
Or
people they were
whatever.
with, or they just...
No, they don't seem to hear anything. And you see them kind of wandering towards it as well. Like moths drawn to light almost. Like there is something about it that is entrancing them. Let me go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Gonna observe.
And they continue just going closer and closer towards it. And it keeps approaching them. Once you started backing away, and they're just keeping
what are you doing?
going. As far as Ketch and Subaki, as you kind of pull yourselves down and back, there are 3 individuals kind of in the sand near you. They hiding, keeping quiet, keeping calm. Stay down. Stay down.
All
Can you
right.
get your friend back here? They're going to die. They're too close. They're not going to make it. But if you can get them back here and you can get them down, maybe it'll leave us alone.
What do you know what it is?
We have some ideas. We'll share that with you. But please, if you can save them,
Give me a second.
you
Give me a
have a
second. Give me
you
a
have a
second.
chance. You have to hurry, though.
I'm going to use prestidigitation
Okay.
and create a maybe like a small sharp pain in their foot.
Zagra? Zagra?
And what are the guys that are walking away?
Okay.
I'll
Are
use
we?
Mage Hand to try like tugging on Zagra's shirt.
I look in the direction.
And you see where Ketch is, and he's kind of down.
I'm like gesturing like get down, and like
I
a giant mage hand is like just sort of like pulling on like your shirt.
I I go over him and go down.
Subaki, where you'd kind of done the pinprick into the one person's ligament, their foot. You almost see sand begin to bleed out of it.
Holy shit!
As they just keeps wandering closer and closer to the figure.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try like grabbing them by the foot, like trying to like stop their foot from going forward.
Okay, it's going to make an attack against them.
The Mage Hand?
Oh no, the creature.
Oh, uh-oh.
What will it do? What will it do? It's going to use that one. Sorry.
Whatever it does will help us identify it.
Is that what I think it is? Yep.
Did it 20?
Yep.
They're dead.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, that's a fail. And you see, kind of around where Subaki's pinprick that they had done to it begins to solidify. As though, like, the dust and the cloud around this creature, this individual, this humanoid form begins to petrify it, make it one with the sand. But they're just restrained. It's as they begin to feel this, and the root of it begin to come in, you hear it just start screaming at it. You hear the other persons, they're screaming at it, and they don't know what to do. There's pain. There's terror. They're staring into the unknown, into black nothingness, into an abyss. They're watching themselves die. And they can't fight it.
I wonder, would it not have been easier to just kill us at the prison? That's what I'm thinking right now. Like, what the frick? Maybe it's some sort of sacrifice thing, or maybe this is their boss, possibly.
There is no way of knowing.
Right now. And it kind of just begins to envelop and consume around them as you see the crackling and the stone form begins to just kind of melt up and around them, and eventually where there were humans, there is sand and there is rock. and there is silence. As the winds begin to continue to whip, and it starts to die down. An immediate hunger satiated. As the stillness begins to creep over you, you peek up from where you're hiding, and it's gone. The individuals
hell was
around you kind
that?
of sigh and catch their breath.
So, hello, I am Kitch. Who are you?
You see one of them kind of pull down a dust mask that's kind of obscuring their face. She has kind of dark skin, kind of back in, long braids, and kind of dreadlock pattern. Brown eyes, sand worn garb and gear. Mavith. Glad we were able to keep some of you alive.
Can we leave, please? Is
What
there
was
any
that?
way out of here?
Yeah, there's this small rock outcropping out back that we've got a small camp there. We can bring you there for the night.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, Isaiah, go get their gear, get them, help them out. And you see another one of the figures kind of stand up and help you get to your feet, and they pull out what looks like a set of binoculars and kind of start scanning the horizon. It's not there. It's good. We'll be fine. That was probably as close as it'll get today.
Do you possibly
What
know
was it?
where we are?
No. It's
Creepy mages in robes take you to like underground prison, then you get teleported through this sand portal with electric sort of tattoo guy.
no, that's not my experience. I was in Red Rock. That's no, that's not where I was. That's not what I dealt with.
That's kind of what our jam was.
Fun. Yeah, let's maybe get that around a campfire and. Oh, you are
Think
so
about it.
lucky. You are so lucky. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Agreed.
We followed this individual completely because, well, we don't see any other choices, right?
Correct.
And you see, as you're leaving, the two statues are just kind of
There.
recoiled in terror.
I will just like look back and just offer a quick prayer
Okay.
and then continue back.
It's about an hour of travel, but eventually you reach a small rocky outcropping where spires begin to jut out from the sands. There is a small circle on the inside as you have to kind of climb up and around the black rock, and there's a campfire there. A couple logs
lovely.
that actually were kind of pulled together. They're petrified wood, but it's comforting to see something that's closer to a home-like landscape. There's 3 tents that are set up there, and you see 2 other people kind of carousing about the camp, keeping the fire lit. You see that there is food, actually, that there is on a spit above it. It's not 100% sure what kind of creature it is, but seeming to get ready. And Mavith calls down to them. We're going to need to cut rations for tonight. We've got found some more out there. The Duat almost took them.
We are scatting that. That was a bad joke. I apologize.
I missed it, sorry.
scatting. I said we're scatting now, like scoobap a doo bop.
Oh, no. Um,
Um,
it's we were lucky to find them in time. We couldn't find any more wood. We're probably not going to make the fire's probably not going to last until whatever morning is around here. I mean, it's all dark. They just kind of start muttering to themselves as their reality, like they're still getting used to it. It's reality is incongruent for them, and they're mourning the loss of standardization. They're mourning the loss of normalization. But
if
they will invite you around. Um,
I am going to, I have 10 days worth of rations. I'm just whoever has like the rations and everything. I'm just gonna add it to that pile.
gotcha.
I'll keep like
They do not have a pile of rations. They are hunting and finding food on a day-to-day basis. They are beyond any supplies or anything that they would have had.
well, I will give them all but 2 of my rations.
Okay.
Just to keep on hand. Like I'll add it to like I'll like mention like do you have a specific place to keep food?
Not not particularly. It's been rough here. I'm sorry.
I can help a little bit and give them the rations. Like I can add this to the overall net.
Okay. Uh, the individual who takes it from you, human, female, their hair is kind of tied back in a braid. Um, Deep brown hair. Can't quite tell eye color. Small smattering of freckles. Um, More kind of standard wear. They've got kind of a robe on, and it's comfortable, but it's enough to keep them safe from the sands should a storm come through. What's your name?
Hitch.
Ketch. Ketch, I'm Gemma. Happy to. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you likewise.
I see you've already met Mavith, Isaiah, and Zeri.
I did indeed, yes.
Uh, she kind of points them out to you where you are. Uh, oh, and then she kind of looks over to the others who are around and please make yourselves comfortable here. Cossack, go get some more. Go get some more messware. Get some more plates and stuff. Thankfully, they have some rations and food left.
Is there a specific reason that fire is particularly of importance?
Warmth. It gets cold here at night.
Hmm.
Almost like a
Understood.
chilling freeze that sets in everywhere. Doesn't quite get to freezing temperatures though. We've been doing some tests. It's a harsh landscape.
Understood.
How long have you been here?
Roughly a few hours.
Okay, you'll learn this place. Nice and easy then. I've been here for about 3 weeks. The rest longer.
Is there not an escape?
We're working on it. We have an idea, but it's rough. It's beyond what we can do right
Understood.
now. But we're happy to have you. Happy to have more people in camp. At least you're alive. You're alive. That's what matters. Yeah. Welcome. We're the Slayers of Duwat.
Hi, I'm
Uh,
Subaki, the little lily of the east. I'm
Uh,
tired.
I can see it. Yeah, you guys look like you've had a rough time. And you see the elven one, the one who didn't introduce themselves to you at the bluff, um, that being Zeri. They kind of pull some vials out from a bag of theirs, and they will pass them around to you guys. And you now have a lesser healing potion.
Oh.
1d4 plus 1 if you choose to take it.
Um, I'm good.
Okay.
I
I'm good
am
for
also
now.
good.
Um.
I do not need it.
Okay. If you don't, then she'll kind of gesture and say like it's more of an offering of if you need it, take it. But if not, we don't have a lot of supplies.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Grab.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, they
Yep.
want to try and get you topped up and healthy and
Honestly,
surviving.
a rest would do wonders, I feel, for our
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
Tsubaki did a lot of thunderclapping today.
Is that what you call it these days? You kids and your slang.
Well, I'm a bard. Clapping is something I enjoy doing all the time.
I am upset. Sorry,
We
that wasn't towards
no.
anything
Oh,
here. It's just
Wonderful.
like, oh, I'm
I ordered pizza
sorry.
like 2 hours ago and it keeps getting delayed. The start um deliverance was gonna be 6:50. Now it is at 7:50.
Hmm.
Oh,
Sorry.
You said you're a bard.
yes,
You uh, do you perform regularly?
I do. My name is Tsubaki. Upon hearing people wanting my attention, I perk up a little bit. Yes, I perform. I carry many instruments, and of course, my main instrument is my violin, and I'm proficient in many others.
That's that's really nice. We haven't had. If you could maybe play a little bit, that we haven't had music.
Oh, I can perform.
Oh, oh that's. Yeah. She kind of looks over at Isaiah a little bit odd, and uh, if you end up following her gaze, he kind of gives her the middle finger, and
That's not polite.
uh, for the record, he is also a bard.
Oh, well, I mean,
Different kind, but
do you do you need an instrument? Are you missing one?
no, he doesn't have one. He's off kind of tending to his own stuff. Um, but just kind
Okay.
of hearing Gemma talk about that and like that, just like, come on, really. But like, it's just like an insult to pride. But they've been together long enough. Here, it's kind
Yeah.
of a joking banter almost.
What, the bard without an instrument?
Sorta, yeah. I mean, if you want to talk with him more about bardic stuff, you can. But
No, no, I'm good.
okay,
Would you like me to perform for you guys?
anything to lighten the mood and yeah,
Okay.
keep it nice. And they just kind of keep going about tending the fire, taking care of the food,
I'm gonna
waiting, and
start sort of winding down and sort of take all my wares and backpack up, like unroll a bedroll at a place that's not like in the way and
mhm,
just sort of sit down for a while, like look over some of my notes.
gotcha. A
I
couple of them
was
will
kind of
kind of look over your shoulder a little bit, occasionally just kind of wandering by, taking care of their own business.
Um,
Zachary, you were
I
saying,
yeah.
sorry, I cut
Go
you
for
off.
it.
just off on my own. processing.
Okay. Do you keep the ring on
Yep,
the finger for distress?
I am.
Never have to worry.
I am so in distress.
Fair enough. Um. Yeah, I don't want to go too far ahead of where Star would be catching up, so I think this might be a decent place to end for tonight. Taking a long
Can I
rest.
just ask Desi something, Subaki?
Yes.
Were you about to play for like the camp and everything, or were you not?
I was literally looking for a song to send you. I
Gotcha.
found one.
I
Awesome.
was just wondering because whatever song you start playing, just in the background, Ketch will sort of take a break from going over miscellaneous spells, notes, sort of like getting a migraine, and take out this tiny wooden beaten up pan flute and just sort of make a chorus with your song.
Trying to find the link to this. Let's subscribe first. How do I was gonna throw this up in the thing, but I can't seem to freaking.
Yeah, good game, guys.
Yay!
Here, I have 4 of their tokens. I'm still actually missing one of them. I didn't get to finish up before the session, but I'll send the first 4 of the Slayers of Duat.
Heck yeah. Also, now that it's over, do you want to know the history behind the liquefied map I put in chat, Andrew?
Oh,
You
yes,
you
please.
reacted to it. So I saw your map had like globe lines, and I was like,
Mhm.
I wonder what that would look like straightened, like, other different types of maps. Oh, hey, I know that song. But anyway, I just had so much trouble doing it. I gave up and just, moved everything around, and it kind of looked like the map was just like warping, and I was like, that's kind of fun, and I saved it, and I was like, I'll just post this
Yeah.
as a reminder to myself, and then I posted it in this chat, and that's that.
It's a spherical planet. We're not
Not
dealing with
anymore.
flat Earth stuff anymore. Any here?
Yeah.
Um,
I meant just for like, maps and stuff. Like not.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Here, yeah. Let me go ahead and throw out the the 4 of the tokens,
Ooh.
and they go Cossack, Mavith, Isaiah, and Zeri.
Heck yeah. Also, question. Now that we're like done with this session and everything, are we leveling up today or not?
Not tonight.
Just wondering. Huh?
Not tonight.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will just prepare to spells.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure
Yep.
because I have something that can greatly help this group. Hopefully.
I can't wait to find out what that is.
Yeah.
But unless anyone else wants to jump in with anything, any final bits and bobs.
Nope.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, then we'll pick up as sleep washes off of your shoulders in whatever comes of what morning looks like, because day-night cycle is messy and doesn't exist here.
We cannot be in a fun place.
Well, I will see you guys. Well, I guess we were thinking the first. Next
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
New
Yeah.
Year's. Yeah.
New Year's. Oh boy. Sounds
Sounds
good.
fun to me.
Yeah.
Sounds gooda to muda.
New Year.
New Year's.
Yeah. Hopefully my pizza arrives by then.
I hope it does. Yeah, that sounds
I hope
Yeah.
pretty
so.
rough.
You be calling them back.
Okay, now it's arriving at 8:05. What the heck? At least
When did
now
you
on the
order
map
this
I
again?
can. Huh?
Jacob,
When-
did you order it from the wrong place again?
No. I didn't. It's just Pizza Hut is like down on drivers, so they're using DoorDash, and I guess something happened.
Yeah, no, DoorDash, as a pizza delivery driver, DoorDash sucks. I hate it.
But hey, now I can actually see the car on the map, so I assume something's happening.
Yay.
Well, then I will see you
But yeah,
guys on the 31st.
See
peace.
ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
Jacob, are you coming up?
He just left.
Yeah, he just left me. He left
How
me. I don't.
rude.